Cloverleaf, Buckeye, and Geneva meet on the Nordson Academic Challenge.
Welcome to the Nordson Academic Challenge. And now, here's your host from News 5, Rob Powers.
Hi, everybody. I'm Rob Powers. Welcome to the Nordson Academic Challenge. The challenge today, very simple. These three teams compete for points by answering questions covering math, science, history, and other topics as well. First, we take a look at the team standings because the top 5 scoring teams this season will share in a total of $20,000 in grant money from Nordson. The top 3 scoring teams will then return for our championship finale and compete for a top grant of $6,000 for their school. We get started with our lightning round. In this round, all 3 teams compete. We award 10 points for a correct answer. We subtract 10 points for an incorrect answer or no answer. We start each team with 100 points. 100 points on the board, and we are all set. Everybody ready? We're now in the second decade of the 21st century. See if you can identify these events that made headlines in the second decade of the 20th century between 1910 and 1919. Got it? Question 1. Explorer Roald Amundsen reached this Antarctic spot. Cloverleaf.
The geographic South Pole.
South Pole, correct. This American received the first patent for a liquid-fueled rocket. Answer? Cloverleaf.
Goddard.
Goddard, correct. This last Russian Tsar was executed. Cloverleaf.
Nicholas II.
Nicholas II, correct. The Jones Act granted U.S. citizenship to residents of this Caribbean island. Cloverleaf.
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico, correct. The temperature reached 134 degrees in this lowest U.S. geographical point. Buckeye.
Death Valley.
Death Valley is the correct answer. Way to go. Independence came to this Nordic country whose capital is Helsinki. Cloverleaf.
Finland.
Of course it is. Ford Motors raised its daily wage to this amount, equal to 100 nickels. Cloverleaf.
$5.
$5 is correct. There was a terrible fire at this New York shirtwaist factory. Cloverleaf.
Triangle shirtwaist.
That is correct. The second Sunday in May was designated as this U.S. holiday. Cloverleaf. Answer is Mother's Day. Mother's Day. Okay. For our final lightning round question, we go to Eric Rivet from the Western Reserve Historical Society.
Here at the Cleveland History Center, we have a popular exhibit about Cleveland's role in World War I, which the United States entered in what year?
Cloverleaf?
1917.
1917 is the correct answer, and that is the end of our first round. We'll be back with more Nordson Academic Challenge right after this.
Nordson is honored to sponsor a program that celebrates academic excellence. We're a global industrial technology company with a long and proud history of giving back to the communities where we live and work. We donate 5% of our U.S. pre-tax profits to charity every year. Over the past 30 years, the Nordson Corporation Foundation has donated more than $100 million, and our employees have volunteered more than 100,000 hours. And now we're pleased to support the legacy of Academic Challenge. Thank you all for watching, and the best of luck to all the participants.
Today's judge, Jacqueline Kodansky, adjunct faculty at Cuyahoga Community College. Welcome back, everybody, to the Nordson Academic Challenge. Time to get back underway with hot picks. One at a time, I'll ask each team 8 questions. A correct response in this round is worth 20 points. No penalty for a wrong answer. Any team answering all 8 questions correctly will receive what? 25 bonus points. Up first, the team from Cloverleaf. Cloverleaf embraces a tradition of student-centered education and academic excellence. Course offerings range from AP and post-secondary options, along with unique teacher-created content electives. And to pick your questions, we go to Alex from Buckeye, 1 through 4.
4.
Number 4. All right, Cloverleaf, keep in mind these questions are just for you. All set? Here we go. One old saying popular in colonial days held that nothing but money is sweeter than what substance produced by bees?
Honey.
Honey is correct. Arizona's state bird is the cactus wren, but Arizona's capital city is named for what mythical bird which was reborn from its own ashes?
The Phoenix.
Phoenix is correct. To photograph trails left by electrons, physicist Charles Wilson invented what sort of chamber whose name suggests an object that can be cumulus or nimbus?
The cloud.
Cloud chamber is correct. Let's go to the monitor now for your science question. Which of these terms refers to the shedding of the skin of reptiles and the feathers of birds?
Molting.
Molting is correct. In the 18th century, the Sultan of Java sent a gift of pygmy elephants to the Sultan of Sulu in what modern-day country whose capital is Manila?
The Philippines.
The Philippines.
Philippines is correct. Poet William Cullen Bryant chose the title Thanatopsis from a Greek word meaning what phenomenon, linked to a salesman in the title of an Arthur Miller play?
Death.
Death is correct. Back to the monitor now. Here's your math question. Evaluate this expression for x equals -1, giving your answer as an integer.
1.
1 is correct, and that was big because this question is for the bonus points. Though at age 23 he had the title role in a stage production of Sleeping Beauty, what man later gained a world stage as our 27th president?
Reagan.
William Howard Taft was president number 27. Good job, Cloverleaf. All right, up next, Buckeye. Buckeye is a fully accredited, comprehensive four-year high school. The mission of Buckeye is to provide a vigorous curriculum which actively engages its students and is implemented by a high-quality, dedicated staff. And for your questions, we go to John from Geneva. John, we have 1, 2, and 3 left.
3.
3, he says oh so confidently. Buckeye, let's keep in mind these questions just for you. All set? Here we go. Isaac Newton should have been nervous around what popular fruit that, according to legend, hit Newton on the head?
Apple.
Apple's correct. Despite its peaceful name, what Massachusetts town witnessed a Revolutionary War battle just hours after the first shots were fired at nearby Lexington?
Concord.
Concord is correct. You would say oops if you bumped into Ops, the wife of the Roman god whose name was given to what planet 6th from the sun?
Saturn.
Saturn. You counted right. Way to go. Let's go to the monitor now. Here's your science question. A cubic meter is correctly defined as a unit of which of these?
Volume.
Volume is correct. John Sanford was the little remembered defendant in the historic 1857 Supreme Court ruling about what slave who sued for his freedom?
Dred Scott.
Dred Scott is correct. John Milton's epic Paradise Lost is supposedly read and enjoyed by the monster in what novel written by Mary Shelley in 1818?
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein is correct. Let's go back to the monitor, and here is your math question. Please solve for x. Answer? One more time. Answer is -2. -2. We move on. In 1826, Congress helped to settle the debts of what 5th president whose name is linked to a famous foreign policy doctrine?
Monroe.
Monroe is correct. Way to go, Buckeye. And that brings us to our final team today, Geneva. Geneva offers a comprehensive curriculum with a wide range of college preparatory courses, including several AP programs and wide-scoping technological courses, along with numerous extracurricular activities as well. We go to Grace from Cloverleaf to select your questions. Grace, 1 or 2?
2.
2. All right. Geneva, set these questions just for you. Here we go. One Reconstruction slogan offered freed slaves a mule and how many acres of land equal to the number of thieves bested by Alibaba? Answer?
40.
40 is correct. What classical god of the sea was credited with giving the horse, but not the seahorse, to mankind?
Poseidon.
Poseidon is correct. Lame Deer, Montana is a tribal center for what tribe of Plains Indians whose name is given to the capital of Wyoming?
Cheyenne.
Cheyenne is correct. Let's go to the monitor, and here is your science question. Which of these gases is not a noble gas?
Nitrogen.
Nitrogen, correct. The first woman to receive the Distinguished Flying Cross was what American pilot who disappeared on a flight over the Pacific in 1937?
Amelia Earhart.
That is correct. One of the great mysteries of the literary world concerns the homage William Shakespeare paid to a mysterious dark lady in what kind of 14-line poem?
Sonnet.
Sonnet is correct. Let's go back to the monitor. Here is your math question. When simplified, this expression would equal x to what power? Answer?
The fifth.
The fifth is correct, and that was big because this question is for the bonus points. The first president to use a telephone was what 19th chief executive who won the 1876 election, even though he received fewer popular votes than Samuel Tilden?
Grant.
Rutherford B. Hayes is the answer there, but good job, Geneva, and that's a heck of a round. That's the end of the round. We'll be back with more questions and more answers. That's coming up right after this. And we welcome you back now to the Nordson Academic Challenge. Before we begin the next round, let's recap the scores so far. In third place right now with 240 points, the team from Geneva. In second place with 250 points is the team from Buckeye. And leading the way right now with 310 points is the team from Cloverleaf. But anything can happen now because it is time for the Picture Perfect round. Every correct answer here worth 10 points. A wrong answer, though, or no answer, will cost you 10 points. All three teams play here, so hands on your buzzers. Everybody see the monitor? Here we go. This small figurine of a sleeping Cupid is thought to have been crafted on what Greek island better known for its Colossus? Cloverleaf.
Rhodes.
Rhodes, correct. The Battle of Hastings is depicted in this section of what woven artwork? Cloverleaf.
The Bayeux Tapestry.
That is correct. This family portrait from the Civil War era is of interest because the woman is reading about General Grant's capture of what major Mississippi city in July? Buckeye.
Vicksburg.
Vicksburg is correct. What is 500% of 30? Buckeye.
150.
150 is correct. In 1961, a Soviet magazine ran this cover picture to celebrate what first cosmonaut? Geneva.
Yuri Gagarin.
That is correct. Combining these two compounds will result in the formation of what strong acid? Cloverleaf.
Sulfuric acid.
Sulfuric acid is correct. 19th century artist Samuel Coleman painted this mosque in what African country, wedged between Libya, Tunisia, and Morocco? Cloverleaf. Answer?
Algeria.
Algeria is correct. In this issue of Cleveland Magazine, you'll find recipes featuring what sweet breakfast topping made from the sap of trees? Buckeye.
Syrup.
Syrup, of course it is. There you go, and that's the end of that round. We will be back with more Nordson Academic Challenge. We'll do it right after this. Time now to welcome the team advisors from Buckeye. It's Neil Paul. From Cloverleaf, Cameron Flint, Jenny Pertee, and Kellyanne Rynearson are here today. And from Geneva, we have Ann Markajon. Thanks for being here, everybody, and thank you so much for what you do for our kids. All right, time now for a mix-it-up round. One at a time, I will ask each team 6 questions. A correct response is worth 20 points this time. No penalty for a wrong answer. Any team answering all 6 questions correctly receives what? 25 bonus points. First up, the team from Cloverleaf. All set? Here we go. You don't have to brag to be amazing. Please find hidden in this phrase the name of what wild African equine animal?
Zebra.
Zebra, correct. Someone who is clumsy can best be described by which of these adjectives?
Ungainly.
Ungainly, correct. You'd look in this volume of an old encyclopedia to find information on what African-American woman whose actions led to the Montgomery bus boycott in 1955.
Rosa Parks.
Rosa Parks is correct. Think of these 2 letters as representing 2 cubic centimeters of wine, and you can fill in the blanks to name what Roman god of wine.
Bacchus.
Bacchus is correct. Shakespeare's plays are divided into these 3 categories. Which group includes All's Well That Ends Well and A Midsummer Night's Dream?
Comedies.
Comedies is correct. And again, that was a big one because this is now for the bonus points. You will not need a knife and fork if you know that the author of this statement is from what country where Warsaw is the capital?
Poland.
Poland is correct, and it's for the bonus points. Way to go, Cloverleaf. We move on now to the team from Buckeye. Buckeye, you are up. All set? Here we go. You can mop up 20 points if you find in this phrase the name of what snake that Cleopatra used to commit suicide.
Asp.
Asp, correct. Which of these words best applies to a person who is described as serene?
Calm.
Calm, correct. This volume of an old encyclopedia will give you information about what man who wrote the words for our national anthem.
Key.
That is correct. You'll have this answer in the bag by filling in the blanks to get what last name of the Hobbit whose first name is Bilbo.
Baggins.
Baggins is correct. In medieval times, men who spent their lives trying to change ordinary metals into gold were known as which of these?
Alchemist.
Alchemist is correct. And again, that was big because this question now for the bonus points. Charles Evans Hughes made this statement on the 150th anniversary of what Revolutionary War battle fought on a hill near Boston?
Bunker Hill.
Bunker Hill is correct for the bonus points. All right, Buckeye. We move on to Geneva. Geneva, all set? These questions just for you. You will enjoy the apricots more if you find hidden in this phrase the name of what sleek aquatic mammal?
Otter.
Otter is correct. If a hero were given a boisterous reception, it would best be described by which of these phrases?
Cheerfully noisy.
Cheerfully noisy is correct. You would check this volume of an old encyclopedia to learn about what English astronomer who discovered and gave his name to a reappearing comet.
Halley.
That is correct. You can complete this title by author Jan Martel by filling in the blank with the name of what author of the Aeneid?
Homer.
Virgil. Virgil. Of these three fictional dogs, which one is featured in Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone?
Fluffy.
That'd be Fluffy. These words are attributed to what ancient Carthaginian general who made his way across the Alps with elephants?
Hannibal.
Hannibal is correct. All right, way to go, Geneva. That's the end of our round. We will be back with our final and deciding grab bag round. That's coming up right after this.
To stay up to date on everything academic, visit us online at news5cleveland.com/academic challenge and watch full episodes on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and other devices.
Oh, we're having fun. Hope you are too. Welcome back to the Nordson Academic Challenge. Before we continue, we recap the scores so far. In third place with 350 points is the team from Geneva. In second place right now with 425 points is the team from Buckeye. And leading the way right now with 495 points is the team from Cloverleaf. But now it's time for the grab bag round. In this free-for-all, every correct answer is worth 20 points. A team will lose 20 points, though, for a wrong answer or no answer. We have some visual questions here. Be careful, those are worth 30 points, but an incorrect answer will cost you 30 points. Again, this is for all three teams, so all hands on your buzzers. Take a deep breath. All set? Here we go. A field goal in football and a hat trick in hockey are both associated with what same number, Buckeye?
3.
3, correct. The mythical Typhon was the father of what monster that challenged all who passed by with a riddle? Cloverleaf.
Sphinx.
Sphinx, correct. In Washington State, a town with zip code 99344 is named for what Shakespeare character? The Moor of Venice, who is Buckeye.
Othello.
Othello is correct. Let's go to the monitor. These ruins can be seen in Ephesus, a Turkish city that was a center of worship for what Greek goddess associated with the Roman Diana? Cloverleaf.
Artemis.
Artemis, correct. Humpty Dumpty might not have become permanently cracked had he fallen from what wall in the title of a Robert Frost poem? Cloverleaf.
Mending Wall.
Mending Wall, correct. There are about 3,000 people and even more sheep on what South Atlantic islands, which were the focus of a war between Britain and Argentina? Buckeye.
Falkland.
Falklands, correct. One World War II summit conference was codenamed with what Greek word? Shouted by Archimedes when he discovered the buoyancy principle.
Eureka.
Eureka is correct. Let's go back to the monitor. And these are the coordinates of what mysterious Inca city, located at about 8,000 feet in the Andes. Buckeye.
Machu Picchu.
That is correct. If you drew a straight line on a map from Portland, Oregon to Portland, Maine, that line would cross which state that boasts of its 10,000 lakes? Buckeye.
Minnesota.
Minnesota, correct. Choice. Which of the following is a vector quantity? Momentum, energy, or mass? Buckeye.
Momentum.
Momentum, correct. The book Mr. Lincoln's Cameraman is not about a member of a TV crew, but a biography of what pioneer American photographer? Cloverleaf.
Adams.
Matthew Brady is the answer there. On the monitor, the title of this sculpture refers to the awakening. That's the final buzzer, and that's the end of our game. Let's get right to the scores. What a tight one we have. In third place, with 350 points, the team from Geneva. In second place, with 555 points, the team from Buckeye. And the winner of today's academic challenge with 565 points is the team from Cloverleaf. What a game. That was a fun half hour. Be sure to join us next time. We'll feature teams from Clear Fork, Jefferson area, and Waterloo. I'm Rob Powers. Thanks for being here. We'll see you soon for another Nordson Academic Challenge. Woo.
This has been the Nordson Academic Challenge.